Logan, everyone, this is Randy, your sewing machine man, and what we're looking at today is a Janome Skyline S5. Nice little machine, does a lot of stuff. It's got a nice big opening here. Customer that brought this one in was sewing on maybe a saddle. Maybe she was trying to build a new house with it, but she was sewing on something too heavy, and she tore up her needle plate. Put a bunch of grooves in it. Had to polish those out. Had to get my little singer tool out, which is what we call the ball-peen hammer. Had to get the singer tool out, and had to take the needle plate off, flip it over, and pound it down, and then recondition it because it had almost completely bowed in half, almost collapsed, because she could have been sewing on jeans. That's as bad as anything else I mentioned. Jeans are a killer. Now, if you're going to sew on jeans, get yourself a Janome side load, one of the little industrial types that they have. They got a bunch of, they're straight stitch only. If you're going to do a bunch of decorative stuff, they're out of the question. But a front load, like a Kenmore, a side load, like in the old Japanese machines, those are superior to anything it drops in, except for the Slantomatic singers that are all metal and steel gears. So this guy right here, if you're going to sew on something heavy with it, it's not going to be successful long term. That's a nice little machine. I like it. If you're going to sew, and you're like me, you like to sew real fast, this one will get up and go. You want to get a lot of sewing done, this guy here will do it. See, when it back stitches, hit the exact same holes. When it does that, that means it's got a good quality setup on the feeders and the pressure foot itself. A lot of times when you hit a reverse, it'll jag off to the left or jag off to the right. So when it takes off like that, there's an unevenness somewhere. But it's built nice. It's a Janome, has a good dealer network, and if you can get one of these, you're probably going to be all right. Just don't try to sew on something real heavy with it. A couple layers. Get your walking foot if you want to. They're worthless. They'll do nothing for you except tear your machine up and shake it loose in here, all your electronics. But do everything you can to try to make it do something it can't do, which is so heavy stuff. It's just not going to do it successfully. You'll tear your machine up. So, a good little machine, I recommend it. It's not a Kenmore 158. It's not a Singer 401 or 500A, like I always say. But if you have to go out and get a new one, I would pick this one. It's not a bad little machine. You'll be successful with it if you don't try to make it do something it can't do, which is heavy stuff. Janome Skyline S5, not a bad little machine.